Waterford FC, a humble Irish club with a current half-star rating. Whilst being successful in Ireland to a degree of success with 6 league titles and 2 cup trophies, they're proclaimed one of the worst teams in FIFA, if not the worst.
I like it.
It's a title that no one really wants to claim, but someone's got to take it at the end of the day. And this year, it's a 58 rated attack, 54 midfield, and 55 defense of Waterford who are going to take the crown. Trust me, there were many other candidates. It was a tough pick because in Ireland, it's the pick of the bunch, really. Cork City could have been a target. They're worse off in attack with 55. There's some others in there. Just Derry City with a bit better of a midfield and defense. Finn Harps were also putting up a decent argument for themselves, but at the end of the day, we're going to stick with Waterford. Now, you might be wondering, Sir BCHD, what on earth are you doing at Waterford? Get out of Ireland quick smart. But today, we're going to find out, what if you get fired from the worst team in FIFA?
You're fired. You're fired. You're fired. You're fired. You're fired. You're fired.
This is the lowest ranked job in management you could ever possibly have, and we're going to hope today that all the Irish luck is not on our side. We're going to have to conjure up something special if we want to get fired from this club, because who is going to take us after we get the sack? We're throwing all of our 4-leaf clovers out the window, as this is the team we're rocking with, and in terms of quality, I'm disappointed to report that there's not much to it. Keep in mind, there's not even a registered centre-back at the club. There's just 2 CDMs playing at centre-back. We've got a 54 rated Neville Longbottom leading the line up top in a menacing attack as a 54 rated striker, with their highest rated player being a 36-year-old Irish journeyman, Daryl Murphy, 63 overall, and he's probably about to retire this season if we don't renew his contract. So yeah, these are the current state of affairs here at the club, and how are we supposed to dig ourselves out of this situation and find the exit door? Well, we're gonna find out together.
Listen, I need you all to subscribe to BCHD and help him reach 100,000 before 2021. Word is on the street, he is the best FIFA creator of all time. That's the word on the street. The B said so.
I want to find out what kind of clubs are going to offer us a job again, because usually always once you get sacked, there are always job offers there waiting for you. In this case, we can be considered one of the worst managers of the world if we get fired from one of the worst teams in the world or in FIFA. Here are the current objectives though. We're going to have to attempt and underperform here. They want us to reach the semi-final of the EA Sports Cup, which is probably the Irish Cup. The Airtricity League, we need to avoid finishing in the bottom part of the league. I believe there is no relegation either, so it shouldn't be too much of a task. We're sitting in 10th right now with no games played, and oddly enough, that's exactly where we want to be finishing if we want any chance of getting sacked. You know what? It isn't all doom and gloom. The club kind of have a couple of young guns on the rise. We've got O'Keefe and Zongong. I mean, that is just the best name of all time. Look at that jump in age though. It goes from 22 to 29. Literally no in between. You're either a young and upcoming talent or you're a veteran journeyman on the verge of retirement. We've simmed past the preseason tournament, and how have we won a game against Accrington Stanley? You guys should be ashamed of yourselves.
I am having a very bad day. I am in no mood.
Here's our first attempt though to really rile things up and cause some stir in the dressing room. It's the press conference. Right now the team morale is happy, and there's only one way we can get fired: lose the dressing room completely. So we're just going to choose every single negative option for the time being. Oh, there's no negative option here. Come on. It's going to be harder than it looks, ladies and gentlemen. I think I could just get fired straight away if I offer someone like a really massive contract. So that might be the play if we don't get fired anytime soon. First game in though under the Sir BCHD management era, and it's a 1-1 draw. Quite positive. There was no press conference about this game, but it's an infamous trip to Shamrock Rovers away, and again it's another draw 2-2. Somehow Neville Longbottom saving us from danger. Here's the strategy from now on. We are literally playing every single player out of position right now. For some reason the morale is still happy, which we've been trying to combat all this time, but I want to get sacked naturally. I want to see how long we can last with these kind of shenanigans going on. Now we're actually up against Dundalk here, which has surely got a loss written all over it, considering this team is actually in the Europa League this season. What is going on? Literally, I'm trying my best to get sacked and everything is falling into our favor. I've never seen so much red in my life. Downgrade sprayed across the field like this, but it's just the way it needs to be done. We're here for it though. We haven't really gotten too many press conferences. Again, I swear, if we don't lose this game, nah, I can't accept that. How have we drawn 3-3? We were winning at one stage. What do I need to do? All right, you know what? New tactic, boys. We are releasing our 2 highest rated players players. They're headed to the free agency, and that is our maximum capacity for now. We are in a squad with 20 players, so all we need is about 3 or 4 injuries, and we need to start forfeiting games. Considering how our luck is going so far, that's probably not a possibility. Derry City up next, and how we still haven't lost a game is beyond me, so okay, there we go. Finally, I've spoken into existence there. The first of many L's I want to take this season. Our manager rating right now is still at a 76, so the board have a lot of faith in us considering we are 8th in the table. Finally, another press conference where we can just trash talk our players. I want to cause some drama in the dressing room and finally some negative responses. You know, Sir BCHD is not usually like this, but it's for the purposes of the content, boys. A civil unrest. We're up against St. Pat's next in the quick simulation. It's going to be no 2 L's in a row. Against all odds, we've salvaged a draw out of that one. We've simulated this entire month and we've literally drawn every single game. What is happening? We might go down as one of the best Waterford managers of all time, despite us trying to achieve the opposite. Dundalk, your Europa League quality side. If you can't beat these lads, there's going to be some issues here. You might have to look yourselves in the mirror. There we go, 2-0, and we're back on our losing ways. Several levels to this. We have the audacity of playing a 5'8" left back in goal with a -42 downgrade, and we're still coming out drawing games. Something's wrong in the FIFA simulation system. How could I forget? I've left this till this long, but I'm going to do something that is quite ludicrous. I'm going to put the boys through boot camp, torture basically. We're going to be training before every match. After every match, we're going to be training again, and our weekly plan is going to be only training. These guys are going to be burnt out to the crisp. Morale's going to go down, fitness is going to crash, and sharpness, I mean, it's going to go up, but at what cost? It's a cruel routine we've got fitted in. It's basically slave labor at this point, but Sir BCHD is going to do what he's got to do. Okay, we're starting to lose again. We're bringing back that loser mentality. Yes, 2 losses in a row. Now we're starting to pick up these L's. Maybe it was the training regimes we had to fix all along as we still simulate through. We've drawn against Shelburne, and we have lost against one of the worst team contenders, Finn Harps. Potential update right now. We've got a manager rating of 47. We're sitting 10th in the Irish standings right now. A miraculous 10 draws, and this is exactly where we want to be. The downgrades are still ever present. Sharpness has hit rock bottom, and the morale is starting to take a downturn. You can see there the fitness levels. We're working these lads to the bone. A few telling signs right now. We've gotten a couple of little hints from the board. They are currently undergoing a progress assessment. I'm smelling a sacking inbound. Let's keep simulating and hope we keep taking these L's. And there we have it. Oh, just like that. Caught me off guard, but we have been fired. Decision contract terminated. And from the worst job in football, we have been given the boot. Down at the job center come Monday morning. Now our contract that was paying us 13k a week has been ripped to shreds. We signed it away, and what kind of offers have we got? I'm assuming they're probably all from Ireland. St. Pat's given us a job. They're currently standing, only offering us 1k a week instead of 13, so I'd like a pay rise there. They're currently 3rd. Finn Harps, who is 7th, still giving us 1k a week, and those are the only 2 jobs on offer. You know what? I reckon it's probably easier to get fired from St. Pat's, so let's give it another go and see if we can get fired within the same season and get maybe the Waterford job back. What is going to go down if we get the sack once more in Ireland? You know what we have to do then? Training day every day. Training only, boys. We're entering beast mode. You know what? We actually don't have that much remaining in the season to get the sack, so what I'm going to do is just offer a player ludicrous wages and watch us get sacked instantly. So let's just offer 57k a week for Mr. Griffin over here. That is well above anyone else's financial situation at the club, considering the highest paid player was getting £700 a week. This left the club with 4 quid left in the bank. I mean, we're bankrupt in this club if it's the last thing we do. We haven't been sacked for that. I'm really dumbfounded right now. There's a glitch in the matrix going on. In what was a bizarre sequence of events, to see us revive our managerial career here at St. Pat's didn't exactly go to plan, so we're going to try that contract glitch one more time and see if we get the sack. Our last resort to ruin our St. Pat's manager career once and for all. We're releasing our one and only goalkeeper. No one's going to be in between the sticks, or it's going to be an outfield player, so let's just see our results go down the drain. Another one bites the dust. Fired once more. What kind of job offers here are we going to have? Assume again it's all going to be Irish, as Cork City is the only team willing to take us on, currently sitting 2nd bottom as they want to finish mid-table. I'm probably not going to take another job. I actually have another strategy up my sleeve to get sacked from the worst club in FIFA. We're going to experiment somewhere else in Europe. We're going to be adding Waterford to the Premier League, and I want to see when we get sacked, what kind of job offers are we going to get, considering when we were fired in Ireland, we only got Irish offers. Are we going to get different kind of jobs in England? How's the Premier League going to treat the worst team in FIFA as well? With half-star overrating, the Irish boys are going to give it their all. I don't think there's any hope in hell of even winning a game, let alone surviving. Again, not like they actually need it, but we're enforcing that training everyday mentality. We're on the grind. We're hustling out here on the training pitch, and we are just putting our lads through torture again. And just to be on the safe side, I want to release our goalkeepers just so we get that extra quick sacking. I'm not taking any chances here, even though it's the Premier League. We won't even probably survive 4 months, but here goes nothing. We're not even going to give these guys the chance to compete. How many losses in a row is it going to take? There we go, the magic number, and it's on the 21st of September. We get given the kick, shown the exit door. Sir BCHD's Waterford Premier League career has been cut short, and yet again we get fired from the worst team in FIFA. But are there going to be any other alternatives? Who is going to take us up? And yes, it proves my theory correctly. If we're in different leagues, countries, we're going to get different job offers. So first, it's literally just Leeds. No other club is willing to take us after we get fired from the worst team in FIFA. Marcelo Bielsa is just an afterthought for the Leeds board because they want us on the cheap for 5k a week. I guess we're going to have to take it, but it's a massive step up from Waterford to Leeds. I mean, okay, it just proves my theory correct and how broken these managerial job offers are, but we're here. How fitting as well. On the last day of the season, we get to face Waterford. So we'll sim to the end of it and see how it all goes down. It's all come down on the final day for a race to stay alive in the Premier League on the hunt for salvation. Our new job currently putting us in a do-or-die situation. Meanwhile, Waterford, at least they've beaten Derby's record of 11 points. I'll give them credit for that. They lost every game in the Prem under our tenure, so it's kind of a mini revival going on. For whatever manager they got in the job after us, he's at the wheel. We need a win. A draw might possibly not be enough, but against Waterford, surely. Away, on a trip to Ireland, and they've actually lost. You've got to be kidding me. If results don't go their way, this might see them relegated. Oh, at the hands of Waterford. That would just be the ultimate move, but no. That could have been insane if either Crystal Palace or Fulham were to take the W. We would have been sent down to the Championship, sent packing by Waterford, the worst team in FIFA. But they have stood their ground, and they have just been able to survive in the Premier League. And when I mean just, it was only 1 point. So yeah, that's what happens when you're sacked from the worst team in FIFA. You're either going to get just the same job offers from nations, from clubs in that nation, or if you place them into any other league of your choice and get sacked, you'll get job offers from that exact same league or nation. The worst team in FIFA got around out today. Thanks Waterford FC for participating. Your efforts were commendable. As Sir BCHD did everything in his power to get sacked from the worst team in FIFA. Here was his record, finishing in 20th with 9 losses and 1 win. Okay, that was more than I expected, but getting 5k a week isn't too bad for trying to destroy a club. So I will leave it there. If you did go on to enjoy, make sure to slap the video a like down below, hit subscribe and turn on those notifications for more fun FIFA 21 career mode experiments and content in the future. We're on that road to 100,000 subscribers before 2021, so every piece of support goes a long way. I've been BCHD, that has been the worst team in FIFA, and I'll catch you all in the very next video.